All right, here we go, Colby. Ready?
Ready.
Hello and welcome to Booklandia. How are you doing today? I'm John Samuelson. I'm in Beaverton, Oregon. And today we are with Colby Sharp, and he is going to be giving you three books for your classroom. Colby, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a third grade teacher in Parma, Michigan. I am an eighth grade football coach in Parma, Michigan as well. I have a bunch of kids, three. I have another one coming next month. I'm very busy and very happy, and life is good. I'm doing awesome, man. Life is good.
That's good. What's your football team's record so far?
Ah, 2-2.
2-2. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we're tied last night with 6-6 with about 10 seconds to go in the half, and pick six for them, and the wheels fell off, man. The wheels.
Oh,
So got to get back at it today. It's all right.
yeah.
Just like kind of, John, I think it's a lot like school. Like when things don't go well, you just, you take some of the blame. The kids take some of the blame, and you go out and try to get better the next day. So
That's true. And I'm a Bears fan, so I can relate to all that you just said.
well,
Oh boy, they're killing me. Okay, so we're going to talk, and if you haven't listened to Booklandia before, we have Colby on, and he has the Nerdy Book Club, and he will give you three books for your classroom. And the first book that he's going to talk about, go ahead and talk a little bit about Shelter Pet Squad.
Shelter Pet Squad. Yeah. So John, this week's or this edition of Booklandia, we have a theme.
Oh, okay.
We have a theme, and what we're going with today is just that book for that kid who is like beyond like those early readers, but they're not quite ready for the novel.
Okay.
They're not. So these are like the chapter books, and this is one of the toughest ages, John, to find books for that kid in
Hmm.
that second to third grade. There's not a ton. I mean, there's a lot of series, but we're always looking for more books for these kids because it's a really tough spot as a reader. A lot of kids get stuck right here. It's tough to have that stamina. Like their reading level might say that they can read higher, but for them to stick with the book all the way through, it's tough. So
I have one of those myself right now. We were just in the Powell's bookstore the other day, and I was like, oh, I'd like to get him going a little bit on something, and he's in third grade.
maybe one of these will work for
Okay,
him, John.
good.
So book one, Shelter Pet Squad. This is the first book in the series. The next book will come out, I believe, next August. Shelter Pet Squad, Jellybean. It's by Newbery Honor-winning author Cynthia Lord, who won a Newbery Honor for her middle grade novel Rules, which is a beautiful, beautiful book. And this is the story of Susanna, a second grade girl who cannot have any pets. She's like addicted to pets. She's got like a billion stuffed animals. She carries them around everywhere. She treats them like they're her real pet, but they live in an apartment, so no pets for them. And her mom sees this Shelter Pet Squad thing, and it's for students grades second to sixth grade. So she sees if Susanna, she talks Susanna into doing it. She's a little leery because she's young, being around those older kids. So she ends up doing it, going to the shelter once a week on the weekend. I think they spend about an hour there, and it's just a bunch of kids, and they help out, and they do things like they'll take a paper bag and put dog treats in it and crumple it up in a ball, and then give it to the different dogs that are there to kind of give them something to do and play with. And it's going really well, and she's really liking it. And then this girl, young girl, brings in her pet guinea pig, and this girl is just in tears, and she's devastated, and she's just distraught. Her family is moving to France, and they take Jellybean, the guinea pig, with them. So they have to give it up, and the shelter takes it, and Susanna, it is like her mission. She promises that girl that she will find a good home for Jellybean, and she asks everyone that she knows. She does all of these things, does everything that she can, and it does not looking good for a while. It's not looking good for Jellybean, but just through perseverance and things, I think that readers are really gonna enjoy the way that this one turns out. It's going to be a great series, and I'm really, really excited about the Shelter Pet Squad series.
Shelter Pet Squad.
Jellybean. Yeah.
Okay. I think everybody, first of all, has had a guinea pig named Jellybean or a hamster named Jellybean at some point in their life, so people can relate. And I'm telling you, Colby, moving from Texas to Oregon, we just got our dog 2 days ago, finally. And so we just were reunited with Princess, who had
Aw.
been being taken care of by their Grandpa Bob, and Grandpa Bob took care of it for about 2 months more than we thought. But it was really tough to get her over here, and so I can imagine moving to France. Just moving Texas to Oregon, I had a hard time.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's a good one. My kids, well, so I'll try that one for Michael. He could totally relate to that one right now. That's very
It's
good.
really well done. I like this, even like little things like I like the size of the text. I think it's not intimidating. There's enough space to where it's not overwhelming. The illustrations are very well done.
Okay, that's a good one to check out. All right. I'm eager to hear the next one then. So go ahead and give us the next one.
All right, we'll go next. We'll go Ranger in Time: Rescue on the Oregon Trail. And this book is by the one and only Kate Messner, who former teacher and author, now straight authoring it. And she does it all: chapter books, middle grade novels, nonfiction, fiction, picture books, everything. This is her new series from Scholastic. This is the first book. I believe it's a 4-book contract. And there's the dog Ranger, and he's just chilling with his family, and he's hanging out, and he finds this box, and he kind of digs into it, and he finds himself on the Oregon Trail. Like, he goes back in time to 1850, and it's not like a I mean, it is a fantasy in the sense that, you know, it's time travel, so more science fiction, but it's not like there's like talking dogs and stuff. It's like the dog, and he goes back in time. And for a lot of the book, you're really inside the dog's head, and it's really interesting. Like, he's loving this family that he's helping along the Oregon Trail, but he's also really missing his home. He's really missing his home. So that's fascinating. He was a dog that was trained to be like a search and rescue dog.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't not chase squirrels. It just wasn't like he just, no matter what, he couldn't not chase squirrels.
He's a dog with attention deficit disorder. I
But
understand
in
him
his
completely.
mind, he's like, guys, this is just training. Like, if it was real, I could not chase the squirrels. But, you know, I have to chase the squirrels. But, I mean, that's just one little piece of it. But I think it's a great book. I really think it's a great way for kids to learn about history. You know, with that dog piece kind of takes them into that historical fiction piece. And I think it's really, really well done. There's some great back stuff in the back, just of some of Kate's research on how she learned more about the Oregon Trail and rescue dogs. But that's a great book. The only bad part about, not bad part, but that book comes out in January, and you'll be able to probably find it in a Scholastic book. But I think, and yeah, it's a Scholastic book. You'll be able to find it in bookshops too. I think it's going to be a great chapter book. I think kids are really a great way to get kids to start moving into some historical fiction stuff. I'm excited about
that sounds good. Well, that's good, and we'll remind people that are listening that Colby is so well connected with authors. He'll tell you about books that he's read that haven't even come out yet. He is in that tight with authors. He is like the book whisperer for teacher. You're like the teacher, author, book whisperer. You're like the conduit between. They go, you know what? If Colby likes it, then we'll go ahead. And have they ever given you a book and you said, I think that's pretty good, but you could go this way with the plot, and given like plot
No,
suggestions?
never.
I think that's coming for you. I think that's coming.
No,
All right.
almost.
That'd be a lot of pressure.
But we do have, like, one of the wonderful people that runs the Nerdy Book Club blog with me is Donalyn Miller from Texas, who is the book whisperer.
That's right. She actually is the book whisperer.
The book whisperer, yeah. And she actually sent me Shelter Pet, so my copy of Shelter Pet.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're very nerdy. The final book in the chapter book series edition of Booklandia is The Vanishing Coin. And this is by Kate Egan and Magician Mike. And I haven't done a lot of research on Magician Mike, but I don't know, that sounds kind of exciting. I need to learn more about Magician Mike. And it's illustrated by Eric White. Eric White wrote the Frankie Pickle books, which is also great for this age. And he also illustrated the first 2 books in the Topps League series, which is another great. He's a very talented chapter book, those spot illustrations that just kind of appear on every 4 or 5 pages. Mm-hmm. He's very, very, very talented with that. And this book is Mike. Mike is a 4th grader, and he is like your poster child for unfocused child. He just can't do it. And it's a new year, and he's going to try it. You know, he's not playing soccer. He's not doing a lot of these things that he's done in the past. Mom and Dad just want him to focus on school. You know, day 1. Of course, he's ending up back in the principal's office. He just can't do it. Just can't focus. And and he's got to spend all this time after school. Just the mom's kind of a new girl moved into the neighborhood, Nora, and their moms are tight. So He's always having to spend time with Nora, and Nora is like the opposite. Like she gets everything, and she's good at everything. You know, Mike's just trying to find something that he's good at, something that he can be successful. And Nora and Mike, they're in town running some errands with one of the moms, and they see this store. It's called like the White Rabbit. And so they go in, and it ends up being a magic shop, like an antique, old school / magic shop. And the dude working the cash register is like your stereotypical magic guy. He's all like just super cool, and he's got the cool hair, and he's just the way he's just the. I bet he's probably like Magician Mike if we ever met Magician Mike.
I know, we need to meet Magician Mike then. We'll have to do some research.
And he wants to buy like he wants to buy some magic stuff, and this guy gives him a riddle. He wants him to teach him a magic trick. He's got to solve this riddle first, and Mike solves the riddle, so he's able to get, and he just seems really into magic, and it seems like it's going to be his thing. So I'm excited to see where this series goes, and to see kind of what's up with Magician Mike. He seems kind of cool.
Okay, that's good. All right.
And Kate Egan, on a side note, Kate Egan, the author of this book, I believe is the editor to the Hunger Games trilogy.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
Right, that's big time.
Oh, that is big time.
All right, well, that's good. I'm glad all right, so good. I'm glad. So we are. Should we talk about this real quick, Colby? We're going to start theming the Booklandias then, huh? Once a month we'll theme a good old Booklandia. I like that.
Yeah, that way we can kind of, I think so. We'll try it.
Okay, that sounds good. All right.
Did we theme the last one? I don't remember. I don't think so.
I don't remember. It's been a while. I mean, I think we kind of we haven't talked since it was like late August. And then I remember the first one we did. I was actually in the coffee shop before I even had the job that I have now. So it's been a crazy ride.
Have you been in 3 different states during the Booklandia?
I think yes, I have. I think I have. No, I think I was just in 2 different states. This is our second one from Oregon. So thanks for the Oregon Trail.
You were in Oregon. You were in like a Starbucks in Oregon.
I was in a Starbucks in Oregon. So that's great.
You've never done it twice in the same place.
No. And now I'm doing it from my employer, the Beaverton School District. So there we go.
Don't forget to rotate Jenny's desk. I see that note behind you.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know that they've been bugging me to do that. So anyway, well, Colby, thanks for being on. Tell people very quickly a little bit about where they can find you if they have a book question on the Twitters, and where they can find the Nerdy Book Club website.
Yeah, Nerdy Book Club, we're always looking for new people to post. You know, we've ran over 1,000 straight days of people posting, and if it's me, it's a bad thing, because that means I didn't schedule somebody else. So we need people to get on there, sign up to be guest posters. Anyone who's interested in books and reading, that would be great. You can find that at nerdybookclub.com, and you can find me at Twitter at Colby, Colby Sharp, Sharp.
There we go. Colby, thanks for taking your time during your prep. I appreciate it. My coworkers, they were going to come and photobomb us, but they left after we started. I thought maybe they would come into the podcast. We'll get them in sometime. You can meet them. They're really.
They probably went to buy these books.
They did. I think that they're probably watching and just went over to Powell's Bookstore. One of the best bookstores. Have you ever been to a Powell's Bookstore?
I've never. I've heard it's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna have to send you a T-shirt at some point for Christmas.
Maybe you should put the links for Powell's in there, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. It's great, and I there's the main one downtown, and there's one in Beaverton, and it's stone's throw from my house. I go there all the time.
There, you'll need to like tweet some pictures from there. I want to see.
I know. Well, maybe I'll just go there and we'll do the next podcast from there. It'll just be roaming around Oregon.
That would be awesome.
All right, Colby, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you next month for more books.
Thanks, John. Happy reading.
Thanks. Talk to you later.